Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for August 29th. August 29th is the 241st day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 242nd in leap years, with 124 days remaining to the end of the year. Today's word is Babylon. Babylon is a noun that means a place of great luxury and extravagance, usually accompanied by vice and corruption. This word comes to us as the name of Babylon, which was an ancient city of southwestern Asia on the Euphrates River. It was the capital of Babylonia and known for its opulence and culture. It was the site of the Hanging Gardens, one of the seven wonders of the ancient world. Earliest documented use around 1225. And with that, copper coins were minted in Japan for the first time on August 29th, 708. Inspired by the Chinese coins of similar design, these were round coins with square holes in the middle, and these coins remained in circulation until 958, so about 250 years. Michael Faraday discovered electromagnetic induction on August 29, 1831. I very nearly mentioned his name yesterday when we were talking about the Carrington event. One of the many things Michael Faraday is known for is the Faraday cage. This is an enclosure used to somehow block or divert electromagnetic fields. Can be a handy thing to have to protect one's electronic devices in certain situations, but today we're talking about his discovery of electromagnetic induction, which is a production of an electromagnetic force across an electrical conductor in a changing magnetic field. That description, by the way, is taken verbatim right out of Wikipedia and seems a little highfalutin to actually make sense if you don't already know what it means. More simply put, electromagnetic induction is the ability of a magnetic field to create current inside a conductor. See, they already knew that electrical current could produce magnetic fields, but Michael Faraday wondered if the inverse was also true. Could one use magnetic fields to produce electricity? Well, the answer is yes. He did some experiments and discovered that by fiddling with the magnetic fields in a specific way, an electrical current could indeed be produced. It's actually a fascinating phenomenon, and I found a video that I think explains it pretty simply enough for me to understand it enough to talk to you about it here. And I've put a link to that in the show notes for you, in case you're curious. But yes, it was this day in 1831 that Michael Faraday discovered electromagnetic induction. This is the birthday of Charles Ketering, born August 29, 1876. He was an American inventor, engineer, and businessman. He held 186 patents. He was the head of research at General Motors from 1920 to 1947. Was the founder of the automotive electronics company Delco. He was behind a lot of innovations in the automotive industry, from the Freon that made the air conditioner blow cool air to the lacquers and enamels that gave those cars their pretty colors. Back in the way back, you had to start a car by using a hand crank to get it going, and that could be difficult and dangerous, besides tricky. You had to get it going and then hop in the car while it was still moving. Oh boy. Anyway, Charles Ketering developed a practical electrical self-starting device for automobiles, that an evolution of which is still in use today. We could probably spend a whole episode talking about Charles Ketering and some of his innovations, but I think that's enough for now. He lived to the age of 82. Looks like a good day for discovery and invention, August 29th. On August 29, 1885, Gottlieb Daimler patented the world's first internal combustion motorcycle, the Reitwagen, or Reitwagen. Reitwagen. Reitwagen means a riding car. Like, Volkswagen means people car. Reitwagen means riding car. Although it was called a riding car, it looked and probably rode more like a motorcycle. And honestly, steam-powered motorcycles had been invented before, but this was the first one with an internal combustion engine. On August 29, 1898, the Goodyear Tire Company was founded. The Quebec Bridge collapsed during construction on August 29, 1907, killing 75 workers. Speaking of Canada, the Canadian Naval Service became the Royal Canadian Navy on August 29, 1911. This is the birthday of the beautiful Ingrid Bergman, born August 29, 1915. You could see her in such movies as Casablanca, Gaslight, Notorious, Murder on the Orient Express, the original one, to name a few. Ingrid Bergman lived to the age of 67. The United States passed the Philippine Autonomy Act on August 29, 1916. Also known as the Jones Law or the Jones Act, this law sought to allow for Philippine autonomy to elect their own legislature and govern themselves. The Gemini 5 spacecraft returned to Earth, landing in the Atlantic Ocean on August 29, 1965. The Beatles played a concert at Candlestick Park in San Francisco on August 29, 1966. Netflix was launched as an internet DVD rental service on August 29, 1997. And that's all I have for you today. I hope you learned something you didn't know before. I know I sure did. As always, links to my sources are included in the show notes below. We won't have images today. We will have music at the end. That'll be Divine Life Society by Jesse Gallagher from the YouTube Music Library. There's a link to his channel in the show notes as well. Thank you so much for watching. Give it a like if you enjoyed this video. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with others with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Okay, get your words. Maybe we'll cut that part out. Let's try it again. There's lots of editing today. Let's try. Okay, I think I already read this one. Oh, I missed one. Okay, let's go back. There you go. Easy peasy. Oh, I need to find my watch. Okay, I'll do that in a minute. All right, find your spot here. There we go. That might not make it into the video, we'll see. Changing it up.